Have you ever noticed that when you use an electric horn on your e-bike, other cyclists just don't react? Meanwhile, a classic bicycle bell almost always gets a response. Why is that? Today, we're going to dive into why bikers ignore electric horns and why old-school bells are still the superior choice. First, let's talk about what's actually happening when you hit that horn button. Most e-bike horns sound like a car or scooter horn, sharp, loud, and a little aggressive. And that's the first problem. When people hear a sound like that in a biking environment, their brain doesn't immediately register it as another cyclist. Instead, it gets lumped in with background noise, cars, scooters, and random city sounds. The result? They don't react the way you'd expect. Now, compare that to a traditional bicycle bell. That high-pitched ding has been used for over a century, and cyclists instinctively associate it with "someone on a bike is behind me." It's immediate. The moment they hear it, they know exactly what's happening, and most people move aside without even thinking. There's also the issue of volume. Electric horns can be loud, sometimes too loud. When you blast one in a quiet park or on a bike path, it can startle people instead of giving them a friendly warning. The goal isn't to scare pedestrians or other cyclists. It's just to let them know you're there. A simple bell does this much more effectively without the unnecessary shock factor. Another big reason bells work better? Directionality. Bells produce a short, clear sound that cuts through noise but doesn't echo or get lost in the environment. Electric horns, on the other hand, often sound more muffled or spread out, making it hard for people to tell where the sound is coming from. If a cyclist doesn't know where the noise is coming from, they're more likely to just keep riding instead of moving aside. But there's one more factor at play here: perception. Bells are polite. A little ding-ding is universally understood as, "Hey, I'm coming up behind you." An electric horn? It feels aggressive, almost like honking at someone in traffic. That might work for cars, but on a bike path, it just doesn't have the same effect. So what's the takeaway? If you want other cyclists and pedestrians to actually respond to your warning signals, stick to the classic bell. It's familiar, cheap, effective, and most importantly, it works. Electric horns might seem like a good upgrade, but in reality, they just don't get the reaction you need. What's your experience? Have you tried using an electric horn, and did people actually react to it? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something. Until next time, make sure to ride far, ride fast, and ride forward. Cheers.